Hi guys, it's Scott here. Before you start your next tournament, I just want to introduce you to a new feature that I've called the Smash Com Archives. This will be a new part of the streams that I'll be introducing that will show everything that I see that's on my iPad. So every now and then this will come up during tournaments. Hopefully this will get you more involved in the league system. So let's see what's available. I'll now be able to show you things such as the fighter rankings, go, the team rankings, the crystal leagues, all the updates on your ultimate dream teams, updates to who's in the running for the Spartan accolade and the warrior accolade, and my favourite part, the profiles introducing you to each character. So enjoy the next tournament and I hope your favourite fighter wins. How's it going guys, and welcome to the halfway point of the Smash Com Tourney of Tourneys Alpha League. So let's just crack straight on. So we start today's tournaments with Roy from the Lemon and Fox from the Vipers. Fox still looking for his first win despite the fact he's an all-star and should be smashing it. Roy on the other hand is the best Lemon fighter, which I can prove. Maybe, he says. Yeah, he is, but he's still on 0, so he's not actually in the plus, he's just breaking even, so the Lemon really need to push their way forward, as it were. How you doing it? He says. I'm trying to speak and I can't even do it. How are you all? That's what I was going to say. Right. I'm rooting for Fox, he's in my dream team. Really needs this win. And at the moment we can't see anyone. Oh, no, he's back. As you guys saw, I'm going to start doing the archives on screen, which is exactly what's going to be on my iPad. So the sort of thing that I see whilst I'm running this tournament. Hopefully that will give you a bit of a better understanding as to what's going on in the league situations. I've got nothing to show you at the moment, but I have been working on the spreadsheet for a good week, so hopefully it looks a bit better now. Right, come on Fox. It's lasted a minute. I've got a good feeling about this. But if Roy gets... Oh no, Roy's backed away. If Fox gets that final smash, which he has, this is a good final smash. I jinxed it. I thought it was good, but he did miss. Now, I can't forget that Roy's obviously in Roy's boys' ultimate dream team. Like it makes a difference because Fox finally has his first win. One for Fox. Moving him out of relegation, I assume. And that puts Roy on 3 wins to 4. Or 3 wins to 3, as I just typed. Great stuff. I'll take that. There's no crystal matches in the first round, just to update everyone. Next up, we have the Energy Source, who really need to start getting some wins, because they are doing extremely bad. They're on -7. So they're just doing terrible. But unfortunately for Diddy Kong, he is facing Olimar, who happens to have won 2 alpha tournaments already, shockingly, and is looking to be one of the best fighters, ranked 2nd, whereas Diddy Kong's a mere 49th. Well, it seems to be quite a good start from Diddy Kong. I've also been doing some other homework, he says, to see how often the teams have fought each other. So we're looking at the Source and the Fuels. In all tournaments, they faced each other 8 times, and the Fuels have won 6 of those. How's that for stats? Olimar does seem to have the upper hand at the moment, which is not very surprising. There you go. Olimar wins again. Puts Olimar on 11-1, which actually moves him up to first. Diddy Kong, on the other hand, not helping the situation of the source. On the plus side, the fuels, you know, they're top, so it's really good to see them doing that well. Not good for Fox next time, though. Right, next up, we've got Greninja from the Le Mans and Kirby, who's actually slipped a little bit. Obviously, Kirby's the All-Star of the Gun Tech, and he's now ranked 10th. But at one point, he was quite the fighter. Now, Kirby, we know, is When Life Gives You Le Mans, my friend Jamie, in his dream team. But he's also a Le Mans fan, so for once in his life, not in his life, in his Smash life. I can't remember what I was going to say now. For once in his Smash life, something's going to go well. But it's not for the Le Mans, who are still struggling so far at the bottom. So terribly. So Greninja is now on -2 overall, and Kirby, after me saying isn't doing too well, manages to worm their way into 7th. All-star position. So next up, we've got a Robots versus Robots match with Dr. Mario ranked 23rd and Rob in 45th. So let's have a quick look at the All-Stars then, because of my nice looking spreadsheet. Link and Kirby are both still in All-Star position, which is amazing. Mario, Pikachu and Yoshi are all in the pro positions, so again, still doing very well. And then, well, avoiding relegation now, you've got Fox. And then in the relegation, you've still got Samus and DK, who are still yet to have a win. Samus being in a few dream teams, so Samus really needs to get a win today. And she's going to be facing Lucina, who is an ex-second place Alpha League fighter. Now again, Dr. Mario's in a few dream teams, so he is in... He's in When Life Gives You Le Mans, and wow! Just when I thought he was doing well. As quick as that, he loses. So that puts Dr. Mario on 3 for 4, and Rob, it puts on in 2 to 3. Well done, Rob. I've not been writing this stat. Now, this is a good grudge match, this. This is the all-star grudge match between the Source and the Le Mans, with Pikachu and DK facing before, and Pikachu winning, if you can remember. When it comes to how many times they faced each other, not very many, to be honest, in all tournaments. Only 3 times, and the Energy Source are winning 2 to 1, so hopefully the odds are in their favour at this point, but we'll see. Herbie. DK really needs this win. He really needs to pull his Le Mans back from the dead, really. Then again, the Source ain't doing too well either. Ooh. That's a big hit by DK, but the assist trophy is really helping. It's making Pikachu's life quite difficult, but Pikachu has that cannon. He's used Thunder on DK. This is a fantastic match. DK's got another assist trophy. He's got to win this, surely. There you go. DK has his first win. Knocking Pikachu out. Putting Pikachu on 4 for 4. And DK for the Le Mans. Finally. Finally. Getting that win. That's what we like to see. Right, Villager and Ganondorf. Villager for the Source and Ganondorf for the Vipers. So Ganondorf did start this tournament not very well, or set of tournaments, but he's managed to pull himself up in the ranks a little bit. So he's now 32nd, whereas Villager is 43rd. I believe we're starting to see the good side of Ganondorf now. He is a differential in the Ultimate Dream team of being in the Wonder Boys, which is my cousin's team. How you doing, cuz? It's a good defensive play from Villager. Started really badly. He's almost held out a minute. Ganondorf's got a sword as well. If he lands an attack, it's going to be really deadly. Villager keeps using this rocket. That's a good hit. Ooh, that's a great combo. Villager didn't even let Ganondorf fall. He just destroyed him. Ganondorf's down 2 to 4. He could still be so much better, but hey ho, is what it is. Right, Villager on 2 for 3 now, helping the Source out. That's what we like to see. Right, Mr. Game & Watch versus Pokemon Trainer. So obviously Limon versus Tech. Pokemon Trainer's much higher ranked. Let's have a look at the Limon though. I know I always harp on about them, but their highest ranked fighter at the moment is Ike. He's in the Beta League, so obviously not going to see him today. But he's ranked 28th. That's their best fighter. So at the moment they have no pros and they have no all-stars. So the Limon really have to start changing things. I was going to say they've got Roy, is ranked 33rd, has their highest Alpha League fighter. But obviously Roy's been knocked out already, so it'd be good for the Limon if Mr. Game & Watch win, but for the 4 teams that have Pokemon Trainer in their Ultimate Dream team, they're gonna be rooting that way. Oh, Hammer's on the level. Pokemon Trainer. No, that's gonna be game over, I think. Oh no! That is robbery! Mr. Game & Watch was in the driving seat and just, I don't even know what he did. I can't wait to see it when we watch it back, but he's obviously hit something that's made him go absolutely flying. It sums up the Limon, to be honest. Another great win for Pokemon Trainer, putting him in 12th position now. So after we've done this match, we'll go over to the archives and we'll have a quick look at how the standings are at the moment. And you'll see how the Limon are struggling. Now, we've got Rosalina versus Shulk, which is Vipers versus Dudes. Now, an interesting fact about these two teams is the Vipers are obviously quite good, but the Dudes have beat them 6 times out of 7. So realistically, the Dudes should win this, but that would be Shulk, sorry. But I'm not going to start jinxing things based on facts. What? Who's ranked higher? They're both ranked really high. Rosalina's 24th and Shulk is 16th. That Warp Star could have been really vicious, but Rosalina dodged it. Rosalina, may I add, in my dream team. See, it's bad news, but I said it, didn't I? The dude's beating the Vipers once again. So, that's a loss for Rosalina. And Shulk with a win. Right. Oh yeah, let's update this. And then let's head on over to the archives and have a quick look at the standings. So looking at the ranks here, you can see that there are no... See where it says teams on the far right? You can see there's no Le Mans in any of these top sections. There's your first one, Ike with Roy. And when we get down to the relegation zone, you've got Zero Suit, Jigglypuff, Mr. Game & Watch. 3 people in relegation, so it's not looking great for them. There's also 3 fighters there that haven't got a win in the Alpha League. In 56th, we've got Samus, a Duck Hunt duo, who are set to fight Dark Pit, who's ranked 27th, so that'd be tough for them. And who's the other one? Corin as well, who's facing Young Link, which should be a really good match, but judging on this little table here of how many times people have fought each other, that'd be dogs versus robots, which you can see in the bottom right is 7-2 to the robots. So Corin should get their win, but we'll see what Young Link can do. Now going back to the team standings here, that's how it stands so far. So the dudes and the robots are on the same now on 5, with the Fuels still running away on 11. And then there's the sad end of the table, which is the Le Mans on -13 and the Source on -8. So hopefully, he says, they can turn things around in the next few fights. Right, let's crack on then. So next up, really great match here. We've got Little Mac from the Fuels, ranked 7th, versus Link, ranked 1st. Well, ranked 2nd now, but our top fighter before Oliver obviously took that mantle. These guys have both fought each other already, and they've both won 1, so this is real open playing field right now. Money's got to be on Link, but on a level like this, anything can happen. Tell you what as well, on different sides of the table means that Olimar and Link could face each other in the final. They're not going to keep winning, surely, he says. So far, Link's doing well. Oh, that's a really good hit from Little Mac. Oh, there he is! A KO from Little Mac, knocking Link out straight away. There you go. Not the final I was hoping for, he said. Right, Little Mac on 7 for 3 and putting Link on 11 for 3, which still leaves him in 2nd, crazily enough, but that's great news for Oliver, who's now got a 2-point lead. Right, here's the match I was talking about. Young Link versus Corin. Hello. Sorry, I said hello. I've just realised that, by the way. I was just having a check to see if my audio was recorded. Okay, so I'm rooting for Young Link, but the odds are stacked massively against him. But Corin still hasn't got a win, so... Are they? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. It's definitely a fight that both fighters need. 48 Young Link's ranked, so just avoiding relegation. 45 seconds left. Young Link's getting some good attacks in there. Corin's just held on. Now that looks like a final smash, but it could be a fake one. No, it's a real one. Corin's got it. That's really bad for Young Link. But that could be Corin's first win. There you go. Corin, 1-3. And Young Link now on 1-4. That puts him down to 59th. Alright. Up next then, we've got Wario from the Dogs versus Wii Fit Trainer from the Dudes. Both doing pretty average at the moment. Wii Fit Trainer is on is 33rd and Wario's 44th. Now the Dogs also not doing that great. I've got no Dogs fans, so I don't really focus on them that much, but they're sick from -7 with the Source just behind them on -8, so see what they could do with them losing here. As for Wii Fit Trainer, I've seen a lot of Dream Teams, so When Life Gives You Lemons and WoW. Putting in 2 wins so far. And Wario actually is in Unknown. Yeah, Wario has 1 win and is a differential, so. Kind of lost in it all. They're doing very good. Both fighters are putting in a shift here. Almost on 100% per fighter. There you go. It's not going to last another minute, I can tell you that, but who's going to get that final hit? Wario seems to have all the good items on his side. He doesn't need them. Right, as he says as he grabs the assist trophy. And Wii Fit Trainer does it! Just like that, out of nowhere. Wii Fit Trainer now on 3 wins for 3 losses, and Wario's on 1 for 4. Which really moves the Dogs further and further down. The Dogs have 3 fighters that are in relegation as well. It's just mad. Right, so we've got Duck Hunt Duo versus Dark Pit. So Duck Hunt still looking for their first win, part of Roy's boys, and we've got Dark Pit who's in Team Uber well, and yeah, it's doing much better. The Vipers have slipped though. They used to be quite a strong team. Now they're on 0. Nice even number. Whereas the Gumtech are still up there on 6, but the Fuels are just doing so well. Considering the Fuels have Cloud as well in the Beta League, who's not won a single fight yet. Duck Hunt again, searching for his first win. That's another shitter as well for Roy's boys. Dark Pit on 4 for 3. Right, so who won out of these? So next up we've got Samus, the other fighter who hasn't got a win yet. So let's see how they get on. She gets on, should I say? Oh no, that one and that one. It'd be nice to see Samus doing a bit better. It's famous Jinx. So again, Samus, who's in 2 Dream Teams, has let them down massively, and Lucina is back into winning ways on 5 for 3. And that's terrible from Samus. Samus is now 63rd, which is the 2nd lowest after Duck Hunt. So, man, it's so bad. Next up, Yoshi for the Fuels versus Palutena for the Source. Now, Palutena is actually the best Source fighter, ranked 12, and is on 5 for 3. Yoshi's on 3 for 3, so But the Fuels are a very good team. I never thought Palutena would be, well, I assume the source is best. So yeah, Palutena's on +2. None of the other source fighters are on plus figures, so that's where the difference lies to getting a higher ranking team. When you've got teams like the Source and Limon that have barely any plus fighters, if any at all. Totally missed what happened there, but Palutena forced to be reckoned with. Now on 6 for 3, moving her up to 9th, just shy of the all-star positions. And Yoshi is on 3 for 4. If I can type 4, there you go. So that's good for the Source. The Source got anyone left? No. Don't know where they've gone then. Right, Lucario from the Dudes versus Lucas from the Dogs. Lucario is ranked 25th, Lucas 47th, so there is a bit of a gap between these guys. That must be the first time Link's gone out in the first round. Oh, that was a crazy move from Lucas. Not a very good fighter, really. Doesn't affect too many people, so we won't cry about it. And finally, we've got Mario versus Robin. Now, this is quite a good fight. If Mario wins this, he goes into an Obsidian match against Lucario. As for Robin, Robin's in a few Dream Teams, Wonder Boys and Team Uberwell, whereas Mario is in Roy's Boys, and happens to be Roy's Boys' only fighter, it seems at the moment, that's actually doing anything, so definitely going to be rooting for Mario, just for you, Rob. Obviously Mario did come second in the last tournament as well, which was excellent, but when you're facing Olimar... Oh, there you go. Bigging someone up and they die instantly. So, that's another win for Robin, putting Robin on 5 to 3 and in 12th position. And a good win for the Fuels. Right, let's take a little look at the Ultimate Dream Team. Instead of going through everyone's teams, I'll just list what fighters are still in. So, Fox, Pokemon Trainer, Robin, definitely not Samus, Dark Pit, Kirby, who interestingly enough has in another Crystal match, which means that Kirby, there you go, is still in the running to be winning the Obsidian. So it's going to be Kirby versus Rob, and Rob's record at the moment is he's been in 3 Crystal matches and lost all of them, so big news there. Straight after that there is a Sapphire fight that's between Villager and DK, which none of them have a win, so that'll be their first win. Going back to Dream Team, Dr. Mario's out, Mr. Game & Watch is out, we've got Wii Fit Trainer in, and that looks about it. And Rob, who obviously I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, if you've got any of those fighters, let's keep up the good work. Right, let's move on to the second round then, with our first match. Fox, the All-Star who's still in, with his first win, versus Olimar, who is notoriously... Is that a famous saying? It is now. Come on, Fox. Also, the Fuels really need to be dented, because the Fuels are 6 points above everyone else. The Vipers, on the other hand, have moved into the plus, so they're now on +1. So again, Fox will be looking for this win. And you could say that about everyone, but Right. Fox is out straight away. And Olimar goes on to win again. Jamie, you must be watching this because you said you've never seen Olimar lose. Wow. That is causing all sorts of grief. Right, next up. In the crystal match I was talking about, Kirby versus Rob. So can Rob change his luck as he takes on the Gun Tech All-Star Kirby and All-Star of When Life Gives You Lemons? Not to mention Roy's boy's last fighter as well. I've got a good feeling about Rob here. Don't know why. Ooh, that blue shell. Everyone hates a blue shell. If you've ever played Mario Kart, you know what I mean. Oh, they're playing it very fine. No, it's okay. And Rob is still getting some big hits in. He's clearly trying to stop Kirby getting this Obsidian win because that could be chaotic. Could change everything. Kirby is holding on. Rob just needs one more big hit and Kirby is gone. There's a final smash. Rob's going for it. Rob's going to get it, surely. No, Kirby's got it. No, he's lost it. This is crazy. No, Rob's got it. Surely that is game, set, and match. He's also used a Pokemon. I'm not sure if it's a good one. There's only 25 seconds left. Oh. Rob's special is homing missiles and he's knocked Kirby out. Right, that puts Kirby on 6-4. And Rob, with a much needed win, is now on 3-3. Moving him up to 24th. And obviously meaning he gets his first Obsidian League win. Let's do that. Excellent. Right. So, next up to face the challenge is the Sapphire round between DK and Villager. Lemon versus Sauce yet again. The grudge match of a lifetime.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I mean, Rob is obviously doing well, but he faces Olimar next, so that's what no one wants to do right now. Now, can DK continue this winning run that he's on? What rank is he at the moment? He's 43rd, so he's out of relegation, but obviously that can change very quickly. Just like that. So, great news for the Sauce. Bad news for the Lemon. Right, Villager's on 3-3. He's ranked 24th. Happy days. I'll take it. And obviously he won the Sapphire Crystal match as well, so that's his first one. Next up, Pokemon Trainer versus Shulk. Right, so the Tech are now 4th. They're only on five wins. I mean, it's very close between 2nd, 3rd and 4th with the dudes, robots and Tech, so it's not that much of a difference. But the Source are now -6, so they're gaining momentum a little bit. Wow, Shulk is pulling out some crazy moves. How have the dudes and the Tech got on before? So, out of 9 fights, the dudes have won 5 and the Tech have won 4, so it's pretty close. Both very even. Pokemon Trainer, I assume, is ranked higher at the moment. 13th. Shulk is ranked... No! Shulk's ranked 11th, so this is quite a good fight. Shulk does seem to have the upper hand here. This could move one of these fighters into the all-star position. We're about to find out. There you go, Shulk. Shulk's really turned it around to become quite a good fighter. Pokemon Trainer now on 5-4. And Shulk is now on 6-3, which moves Shulk to 8th place. So yeah, Shulk would be an all-star. Right, next up, Corin, who just got their first win versus Little Mac. This seems to happen to the people who are getting their first wins. They're getting handed some tough challenges.
3, 2, 1.
So who do the Fuels have left? So they've got Little Mac, they've got Robin, and obviously Olimar. That's a really good team. Really good team. I thought their beta team was going to be the one that was like the master team, but their alpha team is becoming pretty damn good. Should have a look. So, looking at the Fuels team. Now I've also worked out the Fuels original DUC would have been worth 525, which I believe was one of the lowest. Now they'd be worth... There you go, Little Mac wins again. They'd be worth 596, so they're plus 71 onto their ducks. They've got Robin on 2, Little Mac on 4, Olimar on 11, Sonic on 2, so they've got 4+ fighters there. Unreal behaviour. And another win there for Little Mac. I see he's on 4, he's actually on 5 in total now. And a sad loss for Corin. Sorry, Corin. Right, next up, Wii Fit Trainer versus Dark Pit. Right, dudes versus Vipers again. Now, again, it was that thing where I tried to make rivalries, but now I've actually worked out the maths for it. I'm not sure if it's the same rivalries. Right. But we know that the dudes usually have the upper hand against the Vipers. Dark Pit is ranked 20th, and Wii Fit Trainer is ranked 26th. That's pretty close. Both fighters are in dream teams here, so this is real crucial for a lot of people. Dark Pit does seem to have the upper hand and is absolutely pummeling Wii Fit Trainer with arrows. Oh dear. He's picked up Shadow. Slows time. Wii Fit Trainer's hanging on in the sky. Oh no, she's froze. Oh no, she's still going. Man, if she wins this, that's going to be impressive. She's not giving up. Ooh, it wasn't for those walls. Oh, there you go. Smashed right through. I was just about to say there's like an imaginary glass on the sides, but as you saw, Wii Fit Trainer just got decimated through one. Puts her on 3-4, and Dark Pit, who's right up the other end, is on 5-3. Dark Pit with the win. Right, we've got Lucina versus Palutena. Palutena, obviously for the Source, like I said, one of the Source's best fighters. And Lucina, who's must be one of the Tech's best fighters as well. I mean, the Tech have got a pretty good team. They've got Kirby on 2, Oh, they've got Duck Hunt, which is really putting their score down. Pokemon Trainers on 1, Lucina's on 2. So, not as big as I thought. They've not got that standout fighter like the Fuels and the Dudes have. But overall, they're pretty good. Oh, Palutena's picked up a hammer. We all know that's costly. And it is. But for me, that's excellent. So, Lucina's now on 5 for 4, and Palutena is on 7 for 3. Moves her up to 7th. She could be the all-star the Source deserved next season. And next up, and finally, in round 2, we've got Lucario versus Robin. Now, we know Robin's in some dream teams. Should actually see what the actual rank is. Team rank. Oh no, wrong one. Dream teams. So, my team is still top on 31 wins. Wonder Boys are second on 28. Team Uberwell, you've moved back into third on 24. When Life Gives You Lemons on 22. Unknown on 20. Wow on 18. And Roy's Boys on 15. So there's not many changes. But second and third place are going to be looking for Robin to pull in a win for them. So far, Robin's got 5 wins, so good fight to have. Surprised no one picked Lucario. He's a pretty cool character. And if the Dudes want to close the gap on the Fuels, they're going to need this. They are still second on 6, but the Fuels are on 14. That is crazy. Oh, Lucario may have turned this around though. He has indeed. So Lucario gets the win. And damages a lot of dream teams, and the Fuels is a huge lead. Sorry, I dropped a pen. I've got it back with a big hair on it. Yeah. Right, so Oliver versus Rob. Here we go. Versus Rob. Now, how do the robots and the Fuel usually rank against each other? 5 and 4 we've got at the moment. I have to update that one manually, so that could be wrong with what's happened in this league, but we'll have a look at that eventually. But anyway, that doesn't matter right now. I'll tell you what matters right now, and that is Rob getting the win. Oliver has been defeated. 12 for 2 for Oliver, still in first place, but Rob with an absolute shocking victory. But we'll take it. Rob's had an absolute corker of a tournament. Right, next up is Villager versus Shulk, which are both in the Sapphire League, so this will be a crystal match.
3, 2, 1, go!
So how do the... well, we'll have a look after this fight, shall we? Come on, Villager. Do it for the Source. We're having a pretty good tournament so far. We obviously lost Pikachu straight away and Diddy Kong straight away. What are you going to do? Can't be greedy. That's a good use of a bullet bill. We've seen bad uses. I'm talking Roy the Boy. Season Tournament 1. Right, come on, Villager. Doing well. It's a really good attack. And that's done it. There you go. Shulk now on 6 for 4. And Villager on 4 for 3. Huge. So with that win, we can see how that stands on the Crystal League. And Villager's had an absolute blinder because he's beaten DK and Shulk. So that puts him on 2 wins right there. Shulk's still looking for his first win. Now going to the other Crystal match we had was the Obsidian League. Which, as you can see there, Rob, our good friend Rob, has beaten Kirby. So Rob needed that win. Just to stand any fighting chance of getting those extra 5 wins if he manages to get 5 wins. But yeah, that's damaged Kirby a little bit. Kirby will be very angry about it, but doesn't just have to be this season, it can carry on to next season anyway. So let's just see how that goes. Right, on to the next match then. And we've got Little Mac versus Corin. Oh no! Oh, I'll write it down. Who knows? Right, Mac. Okay. Right, so Dark Pit must be making his way up the rankings a little bit. He's ranked 13th, whereas Little Mac is ranked 5th. And the Fuels versus Vipers, which I'm pretty sure I haven't done a matchup for, but they faced each other 10 times. This is, remember, in all tournaments, and it's 5 each, so could go either way. How the Vipers doing this whole tournament? The Vipers, oh, great win for the Vipers. That will put them on 2, and that will damage the Fuels. So, Little Mac, who was probably the favourite out of that, is now an 8 for 4. Still not won a tournament, but it's still in All-Star place, which means just fighting good throughout every single tournament. Dark Pit is on 6 for 3. That's great for Team Uberwell as well. Right, Palutena from the Source versus the last of the dudes, Lucario.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hello. I have to edit out those hellos. I can't edit them out, so I'm not going to. Yeah. Right, come on, Palutena. Managed to get this far before, I believe, and lost against... No, got through this fight and lost against Mario in the last tournament. So Palutena's been really consistent. Really happy to have her on the Source, you know? That kind of vibe. So far this is pretty even. Right. Palutena's picked up an assist trophy, but it's not going to do much damage on the top shelf. She can only lure Lucario over. So far, she's doing incredibly well. That's a real good hit. Oh, I thought that was going to be dangerous. Ah. Right. That has made things quite interesting. So that's a win for Lucario, who's on 6 for 3. That puts him in 9th. And a loss for Palutena, which isn't good for the Source. It moves her to 8th. So she's still really highly ranked. Now, Lucario is an Obsidian fighter, which means he'll be facing Dark Pit, who's also an Obsidian fighter. And then you've got Rob on the other side, who's also an Obsidian fighter. So if he wins, there's at least going to be 2 more Obsidian fights. That's crazy. Let's see how that helps them out. So Rob versus Villager. So Rob's obviously got that one win that he got against Kirby earlier, but Dark Pit has 2 victories already. So if Dark Pit wins, if Rob wins this and Dark Pit wins, he's going to be on 4. He's going to have overtaken Kirby. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because the Source still haven't won a tournament yet. So they really need this. Robots have won loads. Come on, Villager. I know everyone wants to see these crystal matches, but I want to see the Source do well. Right. Villager doesn't seem to be focusing on the final smash, but has got it nevertheless. I'm not sure how. If he can just execute it, which he's done. That's got to be game, set and match. Goodbye, Obsidian League. Hello, Villager. That puts Villager on 5 for 3, moving him to 13th. And Rob's on 4 for 4, but that's really helped the Source, who now have an all-star fighter in Palutena and 2 pro fighters in Villager and Pikachu. So that does mean that we wouldn't swap anyone from our team, though, from our alpha team at least. So hopefully that doesn't actually end up being the case. Anyway. We move on to the crystal fight between Dark Pit and Lucario. Considering we got no crystal fights in the first round, there's been quite a few this round. The last few rounds anyway, so good to see. Now, did I say Lucario had won one yet? Yes, Lucario has won one. He beat Rosalina. So Dark Pit's looking to match Kirby's 3 wins. That's going to be huge for Team Uberwell as well. Dark Pit can get through. So far so good. That Sis trophy is. I don't know what it is, but it's quite scary. There you go. Dark Pit. So that puts Dark Pit on 3 wins with Kirby, which means when I upload a picture on social media, and I do it every 2 weeks, I upload the Crystal League, and it's always Kirby's picture, but it's going to be taken over by Dark Pit now, who's on 7 for 3. And Lucario's on 6 for 4. So, that must know. Team Uberwell are on 26. It's distanced the gap between 3rd and 4th, but I'll show you that at the end. But for now, you're going to be wanting Dark Pit to win, but I'm going to be rooting for Villager for the Source. This could really do us some good. Hopefully we'll catch the Vipers as well, who are 1 place above us. Come on, Villager. Get the win for the Source. Oh, no, I thought he'd done a big hit there. Come on. He's done it! Villager! No way! That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Yes! Right, Dark Pit. Let's do all this jazz first. 7 for 4. Which moves him to 9th. And Villager is now on 6 for 3, which moves him up to 8th. So 8th and 9th for both Source fighters. So the Source finally had their first trophy. And that's going to really help for their standings, which I'll show once we've done Villager's Lap of Honour, of course. There you go. Well done to Villager, who's won the 4th Alpha League tournament, which sets us halfway through the Alpha Leagues. 1 more Beta League, and then we're halfway through the whole Series 1. So let's have a quick look at the standings. So our top 8 fighters, we've got Olimar still up there on 10. And close behind him is Link, who had a bit of a mare that tournament, on 8. We've got King Dedede on 7. Sephiroth on 6. Sheik on 5. Little Mac, who's still yet to win a tournament, is doing extremely well on 4 points. Luigi in 7th with 4 as well. And then Village up, making his way up with 3. Palutena just below as well, who is also on 3. There's a lot of fighters on 3, I don't know why I keep saying that. But let's have a quick look at relegations, shall we? Shall we? And see who's not doing too great. So, from the Alpha League, what we've just watched, Fox is still down there, and DK, despite getting those wins. Wario, Mr. Game & Watch, Lucas, Corin, Young Link and Diddy, all on 1 win. I think a lot of them weren't on 1 win in that before this tournament, so it was good to get that, but they're still that far down. And then Samus and Duck Hunt still sitting at the bottom there, doing really badly for the robots and the tech. Considering they're all stars and pros, they really need to be doing better. But anyway, it's not all doom and gloom. In tier D1 as well, which counts as relegation, you can see a lot of Limon and Dogs fighters. So there's a reason those guys are so far down. So let's have a look. So, you've got the Fuels up the top, still on 11 points, which is really great, considering the dudes are only on 6. The Tech have slipped, with the Robots now on 5 and the Tech on 3, which is probably the worst they've been throughout this whole thing. The Vipers have moved up to 2 points, that puts them in 5th. And moving closer to neutral, Energy Source on -3, with a really good tournament there, including the winner. Shroom Dogs slipping, actually. They're now -10, with the Le Mans really trailing behind on -14. This season seems to be a bit of a write-off for them. See how they get on next time. And finally, we've got our dream team. So, Roy's Boys still at the bottom on 16. Nothing's changed, actually. Team Uberwell have moved up to 3rd, and Life Gives You Le Mans have moved down to 4th. With a 4-point gap between them. Me and my wife's team are still 1st on 31, with the Wonder Boys closing in on 28. So just to round off the celebration of having the archives, let's have a quick look at who's in the running for the Spartan and Warrior accolades. Now, if you don't know what they are, the Spartan isn't actually that surprising in this tournament, simply because the Spartan is basically who did the best in that tournament. So when it goes on to Series 2, it will basically be... It will start from 0 and 0, as in their wins and losses. Whereas the stand-ins don't change, so they'll still... So Olimar will still be on 12 for 2, for example. But in Spartan, he'll be on 0 for 0, and we start again. However, Spartan is going to be the exact same as MVP, so nothing's going to change. So it's exactly the ranks I just read you. So Olimar is the best fighter at the moment on 10. Now the Warrior is very different, because that is based on who has improved the most. So when we look at that, you can see that Sephiroth has moved up 56 places. Now, obviously, because it was started randomly, the beta fighters may all have been ranked low, but may end up being some of the best fighters. So eventually this will be a little less extravagant than having Sephiroth on 56, because he drafted, but he's now in the top 8. So yeah, good to see him up there. We've got Sheik, Mega Man, King Dedede, all of these kind of fighters who've been doing really well for themselves. The only alpha fighter we can see who comes near the top 8 is Olimar, who I think is D tier, so he's moved up massively considering he's now 1st. Other alpha fighters, we've got Dark Pit, Little Mac, Palutena, and then there's a big group there. So a lot of shocks, but a lot of people we've seen do well. So that's your first look there at the Warrior accolade. So that is everything for today then, guys. I hope the addition of the archives has really helped you guys to see exactly what's what's going on the other screen. And yeah, until next time when we reach our halfway point with the 4th Beta League. But yeah, let's go Source with your first victory. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.